Welcome to Digital Talk. My name is Lyndall Suggs, a student at Full Sail University, and today we're going to be talking to Michael Hanley, a professor at Full Sail University who teaches the art of storytelling. And today we're going to be talking about visual art and its effect on digital cinematography. Hello, Professor Hanley.
Hello.
Professor Hanley, here's the first question. What do you see as the role of visual arts in our mass-mediated world and in your profession?
The visual arts come in important for me because of the fact I have to use the visual arts for inspiration. We look at various items, various works that others have done, and look to see where it has worked out, where it hasn't worked out, and we draw inspiration on how we may interpret similar images for what we do production-wise.
Professor Hanley, I can definitely see your view with that. With the TV show like White Collar, they deal with artifacts, paintings, sculptures. It has a very high visual art content in that television show, and I can see that in different many shows. So you are absolutely correct on that. But I have a question for you. With the new communications and media technology, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or negative influence on the industry? And can you please provide me with an example?
Actually, this instantaneous media, I feel, is giving a negative side to the industry. The reason being is everyone has gotten used to seeing things instantly. So people can be manipulated by the impression that what they are seeing is instantaneous. This is one of the reasons that reality television has taken off so well, is because the public is used to seeing news clips with instantaneous items and all of the information that's flooding at everybody. This is nothing more than instant communication.
We see artwork like Leonardo da Vinci's Last Supper duplicated in various different ways. What popular images do you see that has been rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry?
Unfortunately, the image I always see is this idea of perfection, the idea of the perfect body, the perfect image, the perfect clothing, and everyone must have this image if they are to be a perfect person in society. So images of the human body and the perceived perfection is one of the constant things that gets rechanneled over and over again.
Professor Hanley, the ideal of a perfect world is all around us, but are there any images that the industry has popularized or created?
This goes back to what I said about the images being rechanneled. I look at it kind of like a portrait. There were different interpretations of how things would look as the years went by in paintings. Now we have interpretations of what we should look like as a society. So more and more, the images that are being presented to us are the images that you must look like this. And I feel that's a negative a little bit.
There are a lot of visual artists out there. Who is your favorite visual artist, and or what is your favorite style of visual art?
I was thinking about this one before, and when I think about a visual artist, I have to think about the idea of, I don't have one specific one, but my favorite visual artists are set designers, are the people that actually give the believability to the background, give the believability to where the environment is. And I actually liken this to a lot of paintings also, because one of the things that gets analyzed when it comes to a lot of classical art, in my opinion, and what I've seen in some documentaries, is that not only is the subject looked at, but it's where the subject was placed. What was the purpose for the subject placement of everything around them in the background? Because everything can add to the character you are seeing in the image.
I definitely agree. Character placement is very important, but how has your knowledge of famous artwork influenced your creative process?
Well, the interesting thing about famous artworks is they did the same thing that we're trying to do in the modern digital image. We're trying to interpret reality. We're trying to interpret lighting. We're trying to interpret how skin complexion looks, how hair looks, again with the settings and the backgrounds. So I look at the idea of artwork as an inspiration I look at artwork as a way of seeing how did these artists take what could have been reality, but then changed it, transformed it. What did they do to bring out and accentuate the various items that were in these paintings, so that I can look at it and say, okay, how do I bring this to life in a modern visual arts of filmmaking and digital cinematography?
There you have it, how visual art affect digital cinematography. I'd like to take the time to say thank you to our guest, Michael Hanley, for sharing his thoughts.
Thank you.
That will do it for this edition of Digital Talk. My name is Lyndall Suggs, a digital cinematography student at Full Sail University, and we'll see you next time on Digital Talk, when we'll be discussing technology's effect on filmmaking.